There's a fly in my room and I don't know where it is, and it's buzzing and it's annoying me and I don't know where it's gone, but that's okay because it's Australia and that's what happens when you try to film video. I wish I could blame that for my absence, but sadly that's not the case. There it is! Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on this channel and I sincerely apologise, but I thought to get back into the habit of filming I would just do like a casual little chat with me and like, you know, life update. That's a thing on YouTube, isn't it? A life update. Basically, this next, not more than 20 minutes, Annalise, seriously, not more than 20 minutes, okay, will be a life update video. It's been long awaited and I just haven't not had time. I've had plenty of moments of opportunity, however there's this whole perfectionism complex going on in here and I just wanted to vent about it, just wanted to do this in like a really chillaxed, little bit intimate, not like that though, but like that sort of format of a video. So here we are. I'm gonna light some candles because that's the sort of person I am. I'm welcoming. Maybe, is that creepy? I don't know. You know what is creepy though, Annalise? The fact you have literally a shrine dedicated to Jerome Bleska. That could be considered freaky. Aesthetic candle. No flammable things near it. Safe. If you're gonna light a candle, do it safely, okay? I thought I'd make this a wine with me, but not necessarily a wine with me, but more as just a catch up, casual. We got candles. We got the wine. It's not the best stuff, but anyway, I thought I'd just give you an update because that's the easiest way to get back into YouTubing, because it's really something I want to do in 2019. It's taken me 3 months to actually stick to this plan, and that's another thing I want to talk about is New Year's resolutions. Like, it takes me a good few months to figure out what I actually want to do in terms of what's realistically like doable, I guess. It is currently March the 2nd and this is like the point of my 2019 where I've really had time to actually put together what I want to do with my life, and that's a long time basically. And you may ask, what are you actually doing with your life, Annalise? As well as like my own notes. Look, I got notes in a freaking pale green marker. Well done, past Annalise. What were you thinking when you were planning this video, may I ask? So I also am drawing questions and topics from my Instagram. I will link it down below. I've also done a bit of rebranding. You may notice that my name on this channel is different and my Instagram is different and all this other stuff. It's the same but different. Nothing's changed apart from the name and maybe the quality of content, but I will get to that in just a second. So what am I doing with my life? At the end of last year I finished my degree in university. If you were wondering, I'm a fully qualified primary school teacher. I am a responsible adult and I can teach children up to the 6th grade how to learn and how to do things. However, I made that choice when I was 17 and I'm a dedicated person. I stick out my degrees, I finish what I start, and since starting this primary education journey when I was 17 years old, just finished high school, I've sort of become more creative because I didn't really allow myself that experience when I was in high school or before I was the age of 20 really. Since then I've gradually gotten into modelling, as you may know. I do a lot of that. That's pretty much honestly my full-time job at the moment and it's so good. I'm so happy that I've actually given myself the opportunity to do this as a full-time job, because it's one of those things that you have in your head as a kid that you like the idea. Like, you might say, yeah, I want to be a model. People say it's not a real job. It's a thing I've actually attained in my life, and although it's not a reflection of my academic capabilities, it's something I should really be proud of. So I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing this year. It's my full-time career. When people ask my career, I say model, and it's taken me this long, the age of 22, to actually be able to say that without cringing, because there are a lot of connotations associated with it. That you're, I don't know, that you're stupid, that you're just a pretty face or whatever. It actually takes a lot more than that. But anyway, rant aside, I model full-time in addition to acting. So I never did drama in high school, primary school, because I wasn't shy. I was more introverted because of the climate. Is Mum really making a coffee right now? Who is making a coffee? It is nearly 6 p.m. It is wine time. It is not coffee time. Can we not use the machine at this point in the day? A lot of people who do acting as a career, they started really young. I didn't start that young, as you may know, but I have taken it upon myself to put myself out there and all that jazz. So in high school I never did, the same with modelling, I never did anything. I never was in front of a camera, I was never comfortable in that regard, yet here I am today. So since 2016 I really started dedicating myself towards acting. I started training myself, doing a couple courses, you know, putting myself for auditions, learning from unsuccessful auditions, but also gaining huge commodities in this industry through the successful jobs and through connections and friendships and all that jazz. So I can't wait to share, when I'm able to, the things that I accomplished in 2019 in terms of that. So yeah, it's all very creative at the moment. With regards to modelling, I do have a question on my Instagram which I want to address because it's something that's been plaguing my anxiety for a while. When modelling a lot, people have lines they won't cross. How do you determine yours? And this is more for young models. In fact, I might make a video dedicated towards people who are interested in becoming a model. If that's what you're interested in, comment down below because I am back for good now, I promise. I've gotten out of my rut. That's a story that I'll discuss later in this video. My lines in terms of modelling, I only work with trustworthy, reputable people. I look up who they've worked with. I ask who they've worked with. I know that I've been doing a lot of like nude modelling or art nude, not nude in terms of the pornographic derogatory sense, but definitely in the artistic side because I'm not interested in the other side. Other people can, I don't mock them because it's all a matter of self-expression. But in terms of my past, linking back into my university degree, I don't share a lot of it online because two reasons. I like to keep it professional in terms of regular society. In terms of creative society, that's perfectly normal, but a lot of people don't accept it, and I respect that a lot of people don't accept it. And secondly, I don't like censorship. Censorship just degrades the artistic value of work, so I don't tend to post it on my main feeds of any of my social media. And yeah, if you want to go into nursing or, you know, childcare or law or whatever, you just have to be really, really careful, and you have to listen to what your lecturers say. And one of my lecturers, who is amazing, I did speak to her about this. I spoke to her like, hey, yo, I do cosplay, I do modelling, what do I do? Basically, she sort of spoke to me about it. It's a thing that's already been out there. It's already been done. I put it out there on the internet. There's no bringing it back. But what I can do is label myself professionally, hence why I've changed my name to Annaliese, hence why when I Google my name, I make sure my IMBD is the first thing that comes up. I make sure that people know that's what I do for a living so that they can't judge it based on my personal values or whatever that I like to do that sort of thing for attention. It's purely work. I heard someone say this on a job I was at yesterday. This wasn't related to modelling, this was an acting job. They said, no matter where you are, you will wish that you had the body that you had 10 years ago as you get older, from the point of what I am, 22. When I'm 32, I wish I had the body that I had when I'm 22. When I'm 42, I wish I had, you know, so on. So that's what really pushed me to make the decision to pursue creative industries while I've got the physical attributes that will get me work. It sounds a little bit bad, but it's like, I may as well do it now. It's the only window of opportunity. If it's working for me now, why not do it now? And that's what I've come to the final decision to do. All the other stuff can wait, it can be put on the back burner. I should do what makes me happy now because not many people have the opportunity to do what they really want to do as a career and, you know, get the fruits of their labour back from it. So yeah, here we are with cosplay. So now I have Coffee Gold. It's similar to Patreon, but it's an extra content sharing platform which people can support me to create costumes, which is what I really like to do. It's a hobby, I admit, but a lot of people, I don't know, follow me for that hobby, and that's what got me into modelling, is what got me into acting. So I really like to sort of keep doing that because it's like the gift that keeps on giving to me, to other people as well. So I'll link it down below, but basically it's allowed me so much freedom in terms of creative expression, financial freedom, to have this thing that sort of allows me to create better content, and I have been really successful on that website so far, and I'm really grateful. So if you do watch me and you are from Coffee Gold and you are like a monthly contributor, thank you so much. And yeah, I can't express how much I am grateful for everything. My mum coined 2019 for me as a reverse gap year because she's A, not part of the creative industry, but B, she's incredibly understanding of the choice I've made and the fact that it's not stable. Anything in the creative industry isn't stable. So there might be, you know, a month where I'm working, you know, 2 weeks in a row and then, you know, have only a few days off. But in terms of acting, there's like, you know, you might work on a job for 4 months like I did last year, but then be like, well, what else is going on? Nothing. Oh crap. Because you have to work the same amount of hours that you would in any job to acquire the reputation, the financial abundance, and all of the other rewards. You need to actually work for it. It doesn't just come to you. You don't go, I want to be a model. When are people going to hit me up because I'm a pretty face, you know? And that's sort of like what my mum thinks at the moment, and she, well, not thinks. It's sort of what my mum thought last year when I was pushing it as like, this is where a lot of my taxable income's coming from, dear mother figure. But this year it's like, what jobs are you doing, or when's your shift, or whatever. She accepts that so much more, and I'm very grateful that my whole family does, my fiance and all that stuff. Speaking of fiance, someone else on Instagram asked me, when's my wedding? Basically, for those who don't know, I am engaged. I've been engaged for a couple of years. I'm 22, and I got engaged at the age of, what, 19, which is quite rare, I guess. But we don't know when the wedding is. So Kane does teaching as well, which is really cool. I won't go into detail about Kane. He lives in his own little bubble in this video, but I want to wait till he's financially stable so that we can move out, so we can sort out our little lives and then do the traditional stuff like getting married, because that honestly to me is just a piece of paper. To people like Kane is like something completely different, and to people watching this, getting married is something completely different. So there's no set date yet, though I can tell you it will be on the 26th of June in some point in the future, because I don't know if you're a Doctor Who fan. If you're watching my videos, I assume you're a Doctor Who fan, but Amy and Rory Pond got married on the 26th of June, and we are dedicated humans, so I'm going to do that. Other generic life goals include mental stability for me, so I have a few things going on in this old noggin of mine, and one of them is perfectionism, along with 2 other clinically diagnosed things, which I will not go into. But that's been a huge barrier in terms of YouTube, which hasn't been priority number 1 on my list. However, this year it's sort of crept up because I want to be like holistic in my approach to being a content provider. I'm also really sorry if the lighting's changing. I unfortunately haven't mastered the ability to bend light into my room, so that's my bad. Just mental stability. I used to have this habit of resetting my brain, but it got to the point where it was every single day where I'd reset my brain, and I can't explain what that is unless you have what's in the likes of bipolar or like personality things. It would make total sense to you if you do have any of those sort of illnesses, but I can't describe it, and it's not something I'm willing to disclose on the internet. But basically, that linked with my perfectionist habits has been really problematic in me becoming a productive human in terms of this stuff, and it's also, I feel, held me back from a lot of things in terms of other career aspects of my life. Anyway, on the fear that this is getting too deep, I once again draw attention to the candle and the fact that I've got wine, and the fact that we're having a chatty little video. I've been focusing lately on the fact that I'm not only a vegan, but also a vegan that has been lacking in the department of nutritional food, basically. So I'll eat things like noodles, spring rolls, stuff like that. Forget to eat altogether, you know, stuff like that. Real bad things, okay? But basically I've started this app called mynutritionfacts.org. It's amazing. It makes sure that you get all the nutrients you need, whether you eat vegan lifestyle or meat or whatever, but basically I looked into it a while ago, but I started it officially today alongside exercise, and I feel really, like, honestly the best I've ever have, along with this non-restrictive thought process in my head with, like, just do what you want to, you know, just if you have an idea and it's productive, just do it. This year is about not abiding to certain rules in my head, about various, like, literally everyday actions in terms of an OC process. If things don't go to plan, it's fine because it happened for a reason sort of mindset, and that's what I have towards this. But in terms of health, I definitely need to up my nutrition because it's not great. My iron's pretty low, which is why I take so many naps probably. It's why I'm so tired all the time, and I'd be much happier if I think I had a lot more energy and could move my body more, which I did today because I really want to pursue stunts. It's like a New Year's goal. I want to go to a few stunt classes because it's a really good skill set to have as an actress, to also be able to do stunts. I am a gymnast in my past, so that already puts me in this sort of niche, but to be able to do certain skill sets and stunts in terms of like fight training or wires or, you know, horseback riding, those are like another skill set, and I need energy to be able to do that, let's be honest. So nutrition, you there in the future Annalise watching this video back when you're editing, I hope the nutrition's good. But yeah, okay, that's just like a holistic life thing. I've got a degree now, I'm a fully qualified little bean. I have health goals, which is always good because you only have one body, and in the one body that I have, I'm expressing it creatively, so I feel like that's a good finishing point of this video, really. If you want more chatty videos, I'm happy to do Q&As in the future. If you want a video on modelling, put it down below. I'm happy to do a video on beginner models and like what to do to get out there, what to look out for, etc. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video, which will be sooner than the next video, I promise, okay?